Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with my hands-on and first impressions video of the new ZTE Axon 10 Pro. Specifically, this is the US version of the device. So let's get started. Follow me on Instagram at KevinBreezeTV. Please join the Kevin Breeze Tech community on Facebook to chat about budget smartphones, ask questions, and help others. Now I'd like to thank ZTE for being kind enough to send the Axon 10 out to me to review. This phone was originally announced back at Mobile World Congress earlier in the year, and I was actually at that show and I was able to check out the device when I was there. And ever since then, I've really been looking forward to this eventually making its way over to the US market, so I'm really excited that it's finally available here. The actual box itself has a really nice material on the outside. It feels like a soft cardboard material, but super premium. We have 10 here right on the top to remind you that this is the ZTE Axon 10. Now I'm going to be going over the specifications of this device throughout the video, but essentially this is the 256 gigabyte version of the device and it features 8 gigs of RAM. But let's lift the lid and see what's inside. So the first thing we do have here is the actual phone itself. So we'll take the plastic off right now and take a closer look at that. So here is the phone, and it has this really nice bright blue color. On the back side here it says Axon, and then we have further up here ZTE. Of course we have the cameras, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, but I'm actually going to put the phone off to the side for now and we'll see what else is included in the box. So we'll pick up this lid here, we'll see what's under that. So we'll pull this tray out here and we'll see what's under that. We have this mini box here, we'll pull the tab on the back side. We have a SIM card removal tool, which is really important. Looks like we have a case included as well. So this is a clear plastic case with a blue tint to it. So pretty interesting, and it is nice that they do include a case in the box. Then moving on, we have 2 different compartments here. We'll pull the first one out first. And in here, it looks like we have the wall adapter. So this is a USB wall adapter. Looks like we have fast charging here. And it is ZTE branded. Then in this box, we have 2 different items. So we have the USB-C cable for charging and data transfer. We have 3.5mm headphones, and we have a volume control on here as well as play and pause toggle. And then since this phone does not have a 3.5mm headphone jack on it, we have this adapter included so that you can plug your headphones into the USB-C port on the bottom. So now that we've gotten all of that out of the way, let's boot the phone on and I'll get it set up. And then we'll go over the specifications and the hardware as well as the software. But we do have ZTE powered by Android with another splash screen here. And then here we go, ZTE again. Pretty cool. Now I'm setting up the in-screen fingerprint sensor. I now have everything set up and here is the device. So this phone is being offered at $549.99 in this configuration. So really good aggressive pricing from ZTE for the device. This is a flagship phone and it features the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 processor. As I mentioned before, this device has 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. Now, one of the signature features that this does have is an in-screen fingerprint sensor. So that is super quick, as you can see there. You also have the ability to turn on face unlock, which I'll do in a little bit. But for now, I think I just want to exclusively do the in-screen fingerprint sensor just because of how cool that is. So we'll try it again. So all you have to do is just rest your finger in the middle of the display and instantly it unlocks it. So that's really cool and it's really quick. So I'm super excited about having that feature on this phone. Now the display itself is 6.5 inches with a 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio. So a very tall display here. It is 1080p and has a PPI of 398. But it's a great looking display, it's super bright. I'm really excited in a little bit here to play some YouTube videos because I'm sure they look amazing on here. But putting the phone a little bit closer to the camera, you can just see how bright and bold and awesome this display looks. So ZTE did a great job with the display on the phone. We do have a teardrop notch design on the device, and the display itself is kind of curved too, which you might be able to see here. So it's not like a totally flat display, it kind of goes over the edges here, which I definitely like a lot. I think it looks really sharp, and we're getting a really good screen to body ratio with the device. So what's cool about having this teardrop notch is that it hardly takes up any space here at the top. So you'll be able to see all of your different notification icons and device status indicators on the right. Now this front-facing camera is 20 megapixels and it looks super clear. Of course, I'm excited to go outside and take real photos, not in this office here. But already from what it looks like, the cameras are really good. Of course, you can flip it around and do the cameras on the back as well. And we get a bunch of different photo options here. So the main camera on the phone, which you can access through the middle option, is 48 megapixels. So that's a lot of megapixels. Now you can also switch over to a wide angle lens, so you can take wide angle photos. That's going to be 20 megapixels. And then we have a 3x zoom lens, so you can zoom in really far with that lens. I believe that lens is 8 megapixels, but I'm going to double check and mention that in the full review video. We also have portrait mode here, but it looks like even without a face, it does blur out the background. So you can take nice portrait mode photos of both humans and non-human things. So you can see from this photo, it looks super sharp of this bottle of water. And if you want to take things a step further from that portrait mode, there's also a bokeh mode where you can adjust the focus here with all of these different options. So that's really cool. There's also a night mode, so if you're taking photos in the dark, which I'm going to be doing for the full review video, and I'll do a photo and video test of this as well, but this mode is specifically designed to take low light pictures. The 3x lens takes photos at 12 megapixels. So in addition to this phone having a really competitive price for what's offered, it looks like the cameras are probably what's going to especially set it apart from the competition. Now taking a look at the back side of the phone, you can actually see the camera configuration itself. So we have the main camera, the wide angle camera, and the telephoto zoom lens on the back side. Video recording on the Axon 10 Pro maxes out at 4K, which is great. The device features a 4000 milliamp hour internal battery, which is pretty large, and it runs Android 9 Pie. And from the looks of it, it looks like it's a very stock experience. It looks like they haven't really added too many additional apps. There's a speech translator that's been added. There's Office Suite. There's the Dolby Sound application. But other than that, it looks like those are all the apps that have been added to the phone. You do get Google Pay compatibility with this device, as it does feature NFC. And what's really cool about the device is that in addition to it working with all GSM carriers in the US, which include AT&T, T-Mobile, Metro by T-Mobile, Sprint, Straight Talk, this will also work with Verizon with no problems at all. Now, this phone is not officially certified to work on Sprint, but it might work. I don't have a Sprint SIM at the moment, so I can't really test that out, but definitely if you use a GSM carrier or if you're a Verizon customer, you'll have no problem using the ZTE Axon 10 Pro in the US. This device is also dual SIM, so if you want to use multiple SIM cards at the same time, you can do that too. But keep in mind that the second SIM card slot is also the same slot for the microSD card. So if you want to do microSD card expansion with this phone, then you can't take advantage of the dual SIM capability. But I can't get over how fast that in-screen fingerprint sensor is. That really does work well. And this is actually the first phone that I've owned that has a in-screen fingerprint sensor. Now, before I end this video, let's do a quick tour of the hardware. I already talked about the front of the phone, as it does feature that 1080p display at a 19.5:9 aspect ratio at 6.5 inches. Tricks for the LG K40. Many of these tips and tricks are things that you'll want to implement on your LG K40. Videos look really good on this device, so overall a great looking display on the phone. Now, taking a look at the left side here, we actually have nothing. Then on the right side, we have the power button and we have the volume button. The device features metal all along the sides here, so it's super premium and feels really solid. Then on the bottom, we have the slot for the SIM card and microSD card. We have the USB-C port for charging and data transfer, and then we have the speaker. Then on the top of the phone, we have the noise canceling microphone. Then on the back side of the device, which we already talked about, we have the camera module, we have the flash, we have the Axon logo, as well as the ZTE logo. And the material on the back looks super nice. It really does look great. It does absorb some fingerprints, that's for sure, but that will happen with any phone that features a backside that is reflective. But if you're looking to pick one of these up right now, you can check out the link in the video description. But overall, I'm super excited about the ZTE Axon 10 Pro. Looks like a great phone from the company. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos about this on the channel coming up, so stay tuned for that. And it looks like at $549.99, it is very competitively priced. And this definitely looks like a solid offering in the flagship range by ZTE. But let me know what you think of the ZTE Axon 10 Pro. Are you excited that they brought the device to the US market? And are you planning on getting this? Let me know in the comments, and also let me know what other videos you'd like me to do about this phone in addition to the review. But this is Kevin here, this is the ZTE Axon 10 Pro, and I will see you in the next one.